This is Steve Robbins. Welcome to the Get It Done Guys, quick and dirty tips to work less and do more. Today is my second to last episode and my last solo episode. So we're going to go for the best of the best. In the last 576 episodes, we've covered a lot of territory together. We've had big tips, small tips, intriguing tips, and of course Q-tips. But as you surely recall from episode 512, the 80-20 rule, 20% of the tips make 80% of the difference. So today, come for a quick review of the tips that will improve your life the most. The big tips. Some tips apply throughout all areas of your life and your business, and if you remember anything from the Get It Done Guy, remember these. 1. Keep your why in mind. This is the single most important tip ever. I don't know what it is about us humans, but it's super easy for us to do stuff that doesn't actually move us forward towards our goals. In episode 130, How to Accomplish Your Real Goals, we learned to ask, why am I doing this anyway? At every possible moment. And if your actions don't lead to your goals, change what you're doing. 2. Use one master to-do list. If you have little scraps of paper everywhere with to-do items jotted down on them, consolidate. Have one master to-do list, preferably on paper, and every week do a roundup of any random task items that you've jotted elsewhere. I tend to jot them on anything that's handy, including the cat, and then move them into your master list. Then you can review the entire list and get an overview of all of the things that you could be doing, but you probably aren't. Episodes 290 and 171 discuss how to manage your task lists on paper and how to create one master system to organize your life. 3. Speed date your tasks. And if you want to get going on all those things, try speed dating. It's not cheating if all of your tasks know about each other. Write your top 5 tasks on a piece of paper. Set a timer for 5 minutes. Work on the first task until the timer goes off. Then switch to the second task, and the third, and the fourth. And when you're done with the 5th task, take a 5-minute break. And then pump it up. Reset the timer to 10 minutes and do another cycle. You can find all the details in episode 149. Stop procrastinating by speed dating your tasks. Now for some small tips. These tips apply to specific situations. You don't always need these, but when you do, they will make you giggle with delight. Yes, you'll actually giggle about productivity. And it's too late. You're already a member of the club. Embrace your fate and giggle. 4. Use Markdown when writing. You can use Markdown to write formatted text, that's text that has bold and italics and headers and so on, purely in text form. You put all your attention on typing, and later your Markdown-capable editor does the actual formatting for you. Episode 415 covers 3 secret ways Markdown improves productivity. I'm writing in Markdown right now. Don't you just wish you could watch my streamlined touch typing? You know you want to. 5. Use a single notebook and a table of contents for all of your notes. Instead of having a separate notebook for different projects, use one notebook for everything. Just save the first 2 pages for a table of contents. When you add a page with a new idea about how to take over the world with your zombie army, just update the table of contents. Dastardly Cream Puff Plan number 6, page 93. Episode 459, Get Even More Organized with a Table of Contents, will simplify your life down to a single notebook. 6. Use tags and rules in email. Oh, this is one of my favorites. Create tags for yourself that you can discreetly add to an email message, and then set up email rules to act on those tags. So, for example, DCP might mean a message is relevant to the Dastardly Cream Puff Plan. Your email rule can then highlight any message that has DCP in it. Now, what's cool about this is that it works in conversations. So you put DCP in your email signature, and if your recipient replies and includes your original message in the reply, which everyone does these days, their response will also trigger the rule and get highlighted. There's a lot more you can do with it, and this super flexible technique is from episode 430, Manage Your Priority Emails with this simple tagging trick. Now, there are living tips. These are tips that involve actual living creatures, generally other people. That means you'll have to look beyond your zombie army to your still living friends. 7. Do-it days. Now, these are my absolute favorite. I wrote the last draft of my book in a series of 45 consecutive do-it days. Oh my gosh, I almost exploded. Grab a group and meet on a conference line every hour. Every hour, report on the previous hour, and then commit to what you're going to do for the next hour. You will be amazingly productive, and you can find all of the details in episode 48, End Procrastination with Action Days. I used to call them action days. Now I call them do-it days. 8. Accountability buddies. You can also use regular accountability buddies to provide mutual accountability. Just agree to meet regularly and witness each other's success. Don't just settle for having one boss. Make your best friend into your boss as well. What could go wrong? Learn the ropes in episodes 11 and 303. Keep resolutions by getting an accountability buddy, and protect your work-life balance with a boundary buddy. Do-it-days and accountability buddies are so powerful that I've created ongoing get-it-done groups where we have regular do-it-days and act as each other's accountability buddies. And if you want to keep working together once I've left the podcast, you can check out do-it-days and get-it-done groups at getitdonegroups.com. And that's the last of my top 8 tips. Hopefully you'll find that they and everything else I've worked hard to share make your life a little easier, give you a little more time, and help you create a little more room for the things that are truly important to you. In next week's episode, which we actually recorded last week, our new host Rachel Cooke and I will officially transfer the title. I'll also give you a secret link to a video where I share how Bernice and Melvin, Europa, and all of the other Get It Done Guy characters came about and what happens next in their stories. So, this is it. My last paragraph. I want to keep typing, but there isn't anything else to say for this episode. It's rather terrifying to know that as soon as I type the period at the end of this paragraph, I'll no longer be the Get It Done Guy. Thank you for sharing this ride with me, Bernice, Melvin, Grandma Cuddles, and the rest of the gang. I guess it's time. I'm Steve Robbins, signing off. Please stay in touch by joining my personal email list at steverobbins.com/contact or joining a Get It Done group at getitdonegroups.com. Work less, do more, and have a great life.